Welcome to our Michigan Thunder FC virtual age group meeting. My name is Ryan Carrier, and I'm proud to work with our directors, Sean Mint and Justin Maker, to host our club team meetings. The goal of this meeting is to share information with you regarding the spring season that was canceled, our plans to move forward, our considerations for refunds, registration process, the soccer year, and we will answer all of your questions at the end of the presentation. Please type your questions by clicking the chat feature located at the bottom of the screen. It will help us to generate a FAQ that will be posted on the website early next week. Sean Mint is our rec program connector, and he also is our youth development director, and he also assists the director of coaching and assists in all club decision making. Kevin Oakley is on this call, and he's our director of player development, and will be working with our staff to implement our curricular plans. Jake Zamet is our director of social media and website, and over the next few days, he'll be overhauling our website to make certain that all of our information leading up to the June 1st registration is on the website, and we have it as current as possible. Samir Rada will be working with our older high school boys teams. Bill Joker is a support in offering our players extra opportunities if the chance arises. The club will be offering refunds and or credits to our families toward the 2021 soccer year. We know that some families are facing financial hardships, and we'll deal with each family individually. However, for the purposes of this meeting, we wanted to update you that you'll be receiving an email from the club in the next few days that outlines the process of receiving your refund. On May 18th and May 25th, we will send information regarding the 2021 soccer year. This update is in preparation for June 1st returning player registration. Since there is a multitude of financial considerations within age groups and playing formats, the refunds will be unique for each team and each age group. We'll have multiple options in place to help our families that have been financially impacted by the pandemic. The 2021 soccer year will be unique in that there'll be no in-person tryouts. Registration for next year will be online June 1st. Next year, I will be functioning as the director of coaching. Jennifer Simpson will be our administrator, and Sean Min will continue in his current roles. On this slide, you can see we'll be shaping our plan based on the needs of our club. Justin and the board have set us up for success with what they have put in place over the past year. I appreciate all the work that all previous board members and directors at Michigan Thunder and the Dexter Soccer Club have done to continually improve offerings in our community. We hope to create a culture of professionalism and an educationally competitive environment. Those are our major goals. And we have the resources to provide an awesome experience for our families and our players. Our values are revisited every year. We have a growth mindset. Our goals are to support our community in developing strong, thoughtful student athletes. We have a shared vision that we've been developing over the past year, and prior to that, with the other directors of coaching prior to Justin. We will evaluate and develop a yearly plan that best suits the needs of our players every year, and we will make every effort to find solutions when problems present themselves. At this time, I've asked Kevin Oakley to talk to us a little bit about curriculum and our player number system.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ryan. And obviously, I want to thank Justin and Sean also for giving me the opportunity to speak. The slide that you're looking at right now essentially talks about and refers to the moments of the game. Our club and our curriculum, we believe in scenario-based training models. And in talking about those moments, attacking, transitioning to attack, defending, and transitioning to defend, are scenarios that we use in training to help the players better understand what their specific roles and functions are when they're playing. I think our goal is always that we're attempting to create cerebral, intelligent soccer players. And again, it's very difficult to capture an entire curriculum in 2 slides. So Ryan's going to kind of move on to the next one, which this essentially kind of defines the player numbering system that we use as a teaching tool. I said in the last meeting, and I'll say it again, that I cannot take credit for creating this. This is absolutely used by most FIFA models and also by the U.S. Youth Soccer as a method to kind of very, very clearly define for players what their roles and functions are. And in that, I think Ryan and I and our club has always kind of taken the players' personalities into account. And what I mean by that is their individual traits and personalities absolutely have an impact on what positions and roles they play. And we use this numbering system as a tool to really try to define for the players what their roles are. Ryan, again, thank you for having me on the call today.
Thanks for jumping in, Kevin. Appreciate the update. So I heard a question right when we jumped on the call is this a Legends meeting or a Thunder meeting? Because my logo still is a Legends FC logo. And I am still waiting to be in contact with people to get Thunder gear. But I will be acting as a director of coaching at Thunder FC. And I apologize that my logo only looks like Legends FC right now. To me, they're the same. And I've been a part of what's going on in Dexter behind the scenes and with other coaches for a long time. And as a wrestler, I would visit Dexter every summer and live with my aunt and uncle with their boys off of McGinnis Road. And Dexter's like my second home growing up. And now that I live in Hamburg Township, I've been closely related with what's going on in Hamburg, Dexter, Brighton, Bankney. I teach in Howell, Heartland. Like, I feel like my community just continues to grow. So talking about league placement, we have access now to participate in Directors Academy if our teams are deemed to need that quality of competition. Our goal is always to offer the most competitive environment, and then we either work forward to make it more competitive or backward to make it less competitive, to make sure the players have the right fit for competition to fit their needs of development. So having access to a larger group of players will hopefully provide that for us. Coaching assignments. Our plan is to keep everything the same as it was last year. And if families need to have individual conversations with us about things that they need to see improve, or if they've had issues in the past, our plan is to keep things the same with all the adjustments that have made, like with the spring season being canceled, with a new leadership with director of coaching. We want to not impact our players and have more things change than need to. If we need to evaluate that when we get back in the field, we'll do that. Player movement won't address this group as much since there's one team in each age group. The teams will be formed, and then we'll address what needs we have when we know what our team and rosters look like. Return to play. We hope that we're back on the field in July. If we're able to get on the field in June, it'll be in a small group environment. We'll be filing the guidelines of our organization, MSYSA, and also what the governor's recommendations are relative to the phases of opening. We have developed a plan to get players registered immediately and put them in environments where they're going to be socially distanced with coaches, and we have protocols in place to make certain that everyone feels comfortable and safe when they do return. I put local games in more training. We're not certain what the fall is going to look like yet. We anticipate things maybe being regionalized inside of the state or even in smaller communities in order to do more contact tracing and make sure that we're in a safe environment to open up more further. So we'll be addressing that based on the information that's shared with us, and we'll keep you updated on that information. These are some of the safety protocols that we put in place. We've listed more than 100 of them in a shared drive to make sure that we have everything prepared, and we'll be able to create a document to share with our families prior to the first time we step on the field to make sure that coaches, families, players, everyone is safe, and we all understand what we're walking into. I feel like we're going to have a social contract that will be unique to provide the safest environment possible. We realize that many people have many different perspectives on what safe is going to look like when we return. The player registration on June 1st is open to returning Thunder FC players from 2019-20. And due to the unpredictable path forward of activities such as team ports, our governing body is asking for clubs to offer players opportunity to reserve and hold their spots within their current clubs as a safe and simple way to begin organizing the 2021 soccer year. To reiterate, our plan is to share information on May 18th and May 25th that outlines the process of registering your player with Thunder FC for the 2021 soccer year. We want to be clear and flexible with our expectations as to what you're registering for on June 1st. Since there is currently no clear return to play date, we want to keep an open mind about what registration means. Our thought is that since we are not able to hold in-person tryouts, we will focus on creating opportunities for our players to play in multiple environments, and we're working with the state to create flexible rosters and pass carding opportunities. We will evaluate players and help guide them to the best learning environment possible when we return to play. So I put Sean's contact information and myself down at the bottom. And we also know that Coach Justin has been a continued source of information and resources for everyone in our club. Hopefully this was a broad overview that gives you some insight to who we are, and we're going to be a continuation of what we were last year. So we know it's a unique time, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us in this meeting. When we do have the ability to get in person, we'll be together on the field, and we'll share more of our thoughts about how we're going to move forward and how we're going to collaborate with multiple communities Like, we're going to have multiple relationships with multiple clubs to offer opportunities for our players the best we can. So thank you again for taking time out of your Saturday. We recorded the meeting. We'll be posting it to social media on Monday or Tuesday. And hopefully we'll be getting more hits on the social media. And if you have any friends, we're going to put a form on the website that they can get information from us. We're not allowed to reach out and contact people yet. All we're allowed to is if they ask us a question, we're allowed to give them information about registration. So if any of the kids' friends want contact, they can access the site on Monday or Tuesday, and there'll be a form for them to fill out. Justin, thanks again. Sean, thanks again. Reese, Kevin, all of you, good to see your faces. And if you have any questions, please contact us. I'll put our emails back up on the screen so that you can copy them down if you need to, but you'll be able to find them on the website on Monday or Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a good Saturday.